let's know more about the HTML tags that we generally use in our HTML web page. Firstly, headings. Headings are from H1 to H6. So there were six different styles of headings, which varies in sizes. So H1, you can use this H1 tag for the main title of our web page, and then H2 tag for the heading, and then H3 tag for the subheading, and so on. For subsections, you can use all these H1 to H6 tags. And that's how this heading tags were useful. And then the paragraph tags. To make the content more readable by separating the paragraph into different paragraphs, we can use this paragraph tag. So it will improve the user's readability more. And then the anchor tag. Anchor tag creates the links. If you want to navigate from one page to another page, you can use this anchor tag. And then the image tag. If you want to display the image in the web page, then you can use this image tag for this. There is alt here. Alt represents, you can give any of your own description here. So if your image URL doesn't work, then in your web page, this alt will get displayed. So let's look at more about these through hands-on. Let's look at how different headings work. So H1, this is how the different heading elements, even without using CSS, headings can still be customized to some extent. So let's see how can we customize the headings. So without using CSS, I am using the style tag here. Font size is equals to, for example, let me take it 50 pixels. And then color, I think blue. And then, for example, text decoration, underline. Okay. So let's see how it was implemented. Before that, let me just do some other customizations to remaining heading elements. For example, we can also make the text to bold or italic. So let this heading to element, let's give bold to this heading to element, and then italic in nature to the same element. So yes, and then let's give some superscript and subscript tags to this element. So for example, I just want this as subscript. I want this 3 to be here in the subscript, and then 4 in, sorry, 3 in superscript and 4 subscript. So you can see the difference. The superscript will give the digit in the as like in power, and subscript like in base. Number will be in base form. And then let's make this heading 5 element to come to the center. And then this heading 6 element, I want to make it as I want to style it without CSS here also. So I want to use font tag. Font size is equals to, let me take 6, and then color is equals to pink. Face is equals to, face is nothing but font family. So face is equals to, let me give Arial. Output I actually get. So if you can see here, For the heading element, we have used blue color and text decoration to be underlined. So that's what we got. And for the heading two, we have used both bold, bold tag as well as italic tag. So we got both here. And for the heading three, we have used the superscript for the three element. So for the heading element, we have used superscript, right? So three was like in the power of heading. So that is all about superscript. That's what this is how we get when we use the superscript tag. If we use a subscript tag, we will get the 4 in the base of heading element. So that's what we got here. And for the heading 5, we have used just to be the heading 5 in the center of the web page. That's why we have used the center tag, opening and closing of center tag. So that's why we have got heading 5 in the center of the web page. And for the heading 6, we have used the color pink and font family to be Arial. That's what we got here. This is the output that we got. Now let us use the strong tag, em tag, mark tag, and small tags, remaining emphasis tags. So if, for example, for the H1 only, I will use all those. For example, I want to make it strong. So I was using strong tag here and giving hey, hello. So this is what I gave, and then same. For example, I just want to give the same. I want to keep the same for the remaining also, and let's see the difference of it. So instead of strong, let's keep em, and then again instead of strong, let's keep mark to make the text more highlighted. And then now instead of strong, let us use small. So now let's go and check the output. So for these elements we have changed it, right? If you can see this hey hello become little stronger, I mean like little bold, and along with the boldness, it the second one was little I mean like it bend a little. That means it is little italic in nature, and then the third one got highlighted using the yellow color, and then the fourth one, the size of this differs from the remaining, right? Because as we have kept small tag over here, the size of remaining differ from this. So that is differences of all these. More about the images. So you can place whatever the URL and I mean like whatever the image you want to keep in your web page, you can place the URL of that image. So alt is equals to something like I have used the flower URL, so I'm keeping in the description I'm keeping flower. So that's how you can use whatever you want to. The image of the URL has been came. So this is, I think it's very, very big, and yes, you can obviously size your images. So if you place the value of width, for example, let me take 200, and then the height also let me take 200. So if you place like this, you'll get your image in a resized way. So this is how you'll get your image. You can change the height and width values according to your web page. And like now let's look at the anchor tag. Let's know more about the image tag. So I have downloaded one image and kept here. So if you can see, I have downloaded one image and kept here. You can download whatever the image you wanted to download. So after that, if I want to get this image, I have already shown you how you'll get through the image link. So now I'll show you how you'll get when you download the image. So you can use the same image src is equals to like this, but here you have to give the same name, whatever the name you have kept for this image photo1.jpg. You have to give the same name. Then you will get the output. So I just want to improve it more. I just want to give width is equals to, for example, 400 and height is equals to the same 400. And also I want to keep the title for this image. That means if you just show the cursor on that particular image, you'll get a title. This is for example, I'm taking a beach image. This is a beach image, right? I have gave this. So let's go and check the output now. I just want to combine the anchor tag and the image tag. So let's see how I can able to do that. So I'm using the anchor tag ahref is equals to, and I'm closing it, right? In between the anchor tag, I will give this image tag. In between the anchor tag, I will give this image tag. So you can see in between these I give. As a link, if I click on that image, some other page should be open. Let's say I have to open this about.html. If I click on the image, so I'll give about.html, right? So I've given that. And I just want to add the border also here. Border is equals to, I guess I want to add 5. So let's go and check the output. So if you can see here, I got the border, I got the title for this image. If I click on the image, I'm getting another web page, right? And I'm navigating to another web page. So this is how we can use both anchor tag and image tag combined. This is all about the image tag. Now let's look at the anchor tag. So anchor tag represents ahref is equals to. Here you can give any of the URL. For example, I am giving https://www.google.com and I'm placing Google over here. So you'll get the output. You can see we got the Google text. So if you click on this text, you will be redirected to the Google page.
Let us know more about the anchor tags. Okay, so we can, for example, the anchor tags can be linked to another page in the same website, as well as we can use the anchor tags to link to the same section in the same page, right? So let us look one by one. First, let's see how we can link to another page in the same website. For that, I will use ahref is equals to, here I have already created about.html file and I have placed all this data here. So I want to navigate to that page, so I'll keep about.html and then I will give some name as link to another page in the same website, right? Okay, so this is about one. And then my second one is linking to section in the same page. So let's see how we can able to link to the section in the same page. For that, I was going here and at the top of the page I will write as ahref is equals to hash. I am to link both of them, I am using contact, right? We can use whatever the name we want to, and here the text is linked to section in the same page, right? So let's write the code here. h2 id is equals to, I have used contact to link both of them, right? So that's why I'll use contact only here. So there is no, it's something like h2. So there is no need to write anything over here. and you can give whatever the content you want to give here. So I've placed about me here in few lines. So let's go and check the output now.
I got the output. I got two links, link to section in the same page, as well as if I scroll down, I got link to another page in the same website. So let's do both of them. So if I click on the first link in the top right corner, link to the section in the same page. For example, if I click on that, I'll go to it. It got automatically scrolled down and it was showing this for me. That it means I have connected both of them through a link, right? So that's why if I click on that particular link, I'm getting this content. For example, link to another page in the same website. If I click on this, then I am automatically moving to another web page, right? If I go back, I'll get again this. So for example, if I click on this, I'm getting this. That it means I have linked two HTML files in the same page. So this is how we can work with the anchor tags.